This bird is breeding somewhere in the northern Rockies, probably south central British Columbia.
The Foundational Studies program is really kind of a radical idea. It's redefining and honing what your educational experience looks like as an undergraduate.
Our curriculum is crisper and tighter and more lifelike. Not only the content of the classes, but the ways that we're teaching the classes. Our students are really excited about the themes of some of their University Foundations courses. We have a bicycle learning class, and that's one of the ways that they're learning about physics and energy and motion. We have courses like story, where our students are creating their own stories and learning about how story interacts with our mind and with our life.
And our students are rescuing old books from the 1500s, the 1800s, and bringing them forward, and we're forming publishing companies in our course of 5 or 6 students in a company. They're going back into the public domain and grabbing a book, bringing it forward, making an e-book out of it with new technology.
Not just reading about things, but also experiencing those things. And the Campus Read program is one way that we do that. You read a book, but then you get to experience the speaker on campus, and lots of times you get to go out into the community and experience whatever the topic is. So for example, the last flight of the Scarlet Macaw is about birds, so we're out at the Idaho Bird Observatory to kind of relate that to students, to let them know that while we might not have macaws in Idaho, we do have birds in Idaho, and what that means for us. How do birds impact humans?
They get to not only read a text, but really interact with the person at the center of the story.
When it comes to learning, you learn best when you're involved with something and when you have a tie to it. Earlier we were releasing birds. That's something I'm going to remember, and that's something these other students are going to remember. So what we really want to do is give students an experience, and the experience is so much more memorable, and it'll bring it in, tie it all together.
I wish that I would have had a course about story or invention, that I could have learned my science by understanding a bicycle or a cell phone.
Not letting students exist in silos. If you're an English major, that's great, but you should know how to communicate, how scientists think about things, because rarely do you solve a problem just as an English major or just as a political scientist. Lots of times you have to look at history and background and what the economic factors are. And so what this does is really brings the breadth of a curriculum, but also the diversity of multiple disciplines into our undergraduate experience.
I've heard myself saying, there is a right answer. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You tell me, and let's go find it.